Today I'm going to talk about female serial killers. I didn't know there was that many, but I have 10 of them. Lavinia Fisher. She was the first female serial killer in the United States. Her and her husband would murder the men that came and stayed at their Charleston, South Carolina hotel. Then they would take whatever money and valuables they had. They were both hanged in 1820. Belle Gunness. Belle came to the United States from Norway. Her husband, several of her children died under mysterious circumstances. After that, several of her rich suitors went missing. After a fire in her home, authorities found charred remains of her children and a charred, headless corpse. She was declared missing in 1908. Jane Toppin, a nurse in a private practice, killed dozens of patients between 1885 and 1901 when she was captured. She admitted to being aroused by the act of killing. She was declared insane and found not guilty. Amy Archer Gilligan, a nursing home proprietor, killed at least 5 people by poison. This included her second husband. She did it to collect the life insurance policies. She was sentenced to death but ended up in a mental hospital. Mandy Doss. Nanny was a black widow who murdered 5 husbands before being caught. She confessed to 4 of her husband's murders, along with her mother-in-law, her sister, her grandson, and her own mother. She was sentenced to life in prison. Myra Hindley. Myra and her lover, Brady, carried out the rape and murder of 5 young children in England between 1963 and 1965. Myra's brother-in-law turned them in after witnessing Ian kill a boy with an axe. Rosemary West. Rosemary, along with her husband, were convicted of murdering 10 young women between 1971 and 1987. She was sentenced to life. Kristen Gilbert. Kristen was a nurse known as the Angel of Death. She was responsible of 3 first-degree murders and 1 second-degree murder, along with 2 attempted murders. She killed them by injecting them with, I gotta see how to pronounce this. Bear with me. Epinephrine. Janine Jones. Jones was a pediatric nurse who murdered a lot of infants and kids. Only 1 murder could be proved. They say the number of infant deaths could be as high as 47. She would inject several drugs into the children that made them gravely ill. Then she would try to save them to gain praise. Last but not least, Eileen warnos. She was a prostitute that murdered 7 of her Johns. She was finally arrested. She claimed the men had either raped her or tried to rape her, making it self-defense. She was sentenced to death and executed by lethal injection on October 9, 2002. And there you have it. I'm not a reporter or I don't give speeches. I get very nervous. So I messed up a lot, but I thought I'd bring you some different content. I keep looking and trying to find things. There's some drama going on in the YouTube community that I might bring up and talk about in another post. I tried to go live today, but I stay in the basement down here, and the internet is terrible, so I couldn't get a good connection, but I was ready to try it. I might go upstairs later on in the dining room and see if it works any better. But that's all. I thought I'd bring you something a little different. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.